Here we go.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
I got you.
Now Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down now, it's Carson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. On third down, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Here's Carson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Newton now to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Newton throwing again. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Here we go. Great.
From the gun, here's Newton. Completes it to Samuel. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go again.
To throw is Wilson. Out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. Looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
You go tight. You got tight.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Great. Gun. Here we go.
Play action. It's Newton. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a 1st down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. He sets to fire deep. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday they'll press it a little bit. This might be the case.
The throw left side complete to Hogan. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
A gain of 8 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down. On first down, it's Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Here's Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll get the lead down to 5. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. When you're under a minute to go here in the half, field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, you know, those big defensive linemen, can he get the ball over him? But you get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton buying time to his left. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Newton. Wilson, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Gano the extra point, and this is back to a 5-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Wilson. And he coughs up the football near his own. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, that it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Ready? March by 4. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone. Gun. Technical. 20. Ready?
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 9. 61. Let's walk.
And the blitz does come. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So where would they be without his leg? Well, they'd be losing, that's for sure. Now 4 field goals, and as mentioned, this last one ties the game.
Yeah, but you know the kickers get a lot of grief, right? A lot of jokes about kickers, how easy it is for them. It's really nice to see these guys coming through in the clutch.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They run again with Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a toss play. It's Carson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. It's caught right side, Dixon. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They'll run this with Homer. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On the delay, here's Carson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
He's not going to get me.
They run Smallwood. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, 0. Banjo. 56 to Mark. Check 56.
Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the 2nd level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Push him back. Go.
To throw again. Wilson dancing to his left. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dontari Poe able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Smallwood. He's got it on the draw. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Now it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson forced out to his left. And he's brought down. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score. And he's across the chalk, into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. Russell Wilson taking it in as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Now Myers for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Newton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Being chased out left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to throw on second down. Newton, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Gano the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
That's it. 180.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Carolina, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.